Hello everybody, Montana here. Kind of figured what I'd do is I'm working on a little bit of a project here, and I figured I'd take you all along and show you what I'm doing. That way if you're ever interested in doing the same thing I'm doing, you can kind of learn from it. Because there has been a few things that I've learned. But we'll go into the details of what I've learned in different videos. Basically this is just kind of an informational video, and it is for my Mossberg 500 Flex. I've had this for a few months. Completely empty. So because I bought this, I figured I'd kind of do some upgrading, or however you want to call it. She's actually a pretty nice shotgun. I've shot close to about 400 rounds out of her already, and I haven't had any malfunctions. The only malfunctions that I did have, and it wasn't actually the shotgun's fault, is I had these little mini shells that were roughly about, I think, like an inch and a half. And I put those through here, and the problem I was having with those is that where the ejection port is, I don't know how well you can see this. Okay, right here. The problem I was having is when after I was trying to eject, it gets stuck in here. So what I was having to do is after I shot, tried to reload one, it would jam. So I'd have to tilt it out like this so it'd fall out. But like I said, that was not the shotgun's fault. That was just the little mini shells. But the normal shells, didn't have a problem with them. I've shot bird shot, double up buck, slugs. There's also this other kind, I can't quite remember what they're called now, but what it is it's a slug, and then it has three bearings in front of it, so when it shoots, it'll leave like a triangle where those three BBs are, I guess, with the slug right in the middle. And like I said, I can't remember what they're called right now, but I've shot those, and I haven't had a problem with anything. I've cleaned her just a couple times actually. First time I disassembled everything, wiped everything down, cleaned it, oiled it. The second time, all I did was wipe everything off. I was out, last time I went out shooting, there was a lot of sand and dust because it was pretty windy out, and so there's a lot of dust or sand that was kind of inside here. So I wiped everything off, put it back together, and she worked beautifully after that. So this next few videos that I'll be doing, since I can't get out for a while because there's some stuff going on, I figured I'd do a few videos of what I'm doing to modify my shotgun. And I'll get this out right now. You literally do not need to change anything on this rifle. The 500 Flex Tactical. She works beautifully the way she is. This the way she is right now is just perfect. The butt of the gun comes just with the shoulder. There's also an attachment that came with it that was just a pistol grip. I left it over there, but all you'd have to do is take this off, okay, and then put that little pistol grip thing on there, but I haven't even shot with that. I have no reason to. I don't want to look like a gangster. And so I'll show you real quick here. This is why it's called a flex. It's that easy. Okay. Okay. It's just really easy to take apart and put together. The shoulder pad right here is really well, or works really well. Every time that I've shot, even with the slugs, it worked really well. There is no problems with this one, and I enjoyed it. What else? The safety is up here. It's up top, and I like that because when you're holding it, you can take it to fire, put it back on safety, and she's empty. So in order to lift or slide this, there's a little button on the bottom here, right there. Just push that in, uncocks, cock back, and next I'll talk about the handles here. Takes it off like that. And the nice thing about this being a flex tactical is it's got a railing system on it. I'll talk about what these are here in a bit. It's got 3 rails on the bottom, on the sides. And she's really easy to put back on. There we go. She's locked in. I'm not really going to talk about the sling. The reason why is because it's just one I got Cabela's. It's nothing special, nothing fancy, just a sling. The way that the shotgun comes, it's got a little piece down here so you can attach the sling to. However, the sling didn't come with it. You kind of have to watch out too on the top here. The reason why I say that is because you have to make sure you get the right bolt, or I don't even know what it's called, but the right piece to attach right here. There's been a couple of them that I tried, and they weren't the right ones, so you gotta make sure you get the right one for it. One thing I would recommend doing is if you're going to Cabela's or some gun place, take this top piece with you and, you know, work from there. It just twists off. I'm not going to untwist it, but you can just take this top piece off. I might do that in a different video, but and take that off. That's how you disassemble this. Another thing is it does have the breeching muzzle. Okay, it's pretty nice. When I bought this shotgun, this is how it came. as you see it. There's no modifications as of yet, except for just the sling. Everything that you see is just the way it was. It's got a white bead sight. On the top here, it's got 4 of those, so you can attach a rail on top if you need to for a sight or whatever you really want. And this right here is a tumbler underbarrel magazine right here. It holds 5 rounds. When you're loading it, right here, holds 5 rounds, and then plus 1 in the chamber, so 6 altogether. It works really nice. It also, I don't know if I said this or not, but it is a 12 gauge pump action shotgun. Okay. So it is a 12 gauge pump action. The nice thing about this is that you can take 2 different shells. You can have the 2.75 inch shell, or actually the 3 inch shell also. So that's another nice thing about it. When you do receive this, or if you do purchase this, the way that it comes in is I think you can only put 2 shells in there. The reason why is because there's a wood stake that comes through here. All you do is untwist this top piece right here, and then that you just grab the wood piece that's in here, take it out, and then you can put the full capacity of 5 rounds inside there, plus 1 in the chamber. If I remember correctly, she is 18.5 inches cylinder bore. It says right here, Mossberg, chambered for 2.5 or 2 3/4, 3 inch shells. 18.5 inch cylinder bore. And let me tell you, for owning a shotgun, this is a really nice one to own. I mean, I've never personally owned a shotgun before this. This is my first shotgun, but I have had family and friends that have shotguns, and I have shot them, and she works really well. I have no complaints about her, and like I said, I've shot, gosh, I can't even think of how many, about 300-400 rounds or shells, maybe even up to 500, I don't know, I haven't kept track. But she's never jammed once, except for the little minis. And about the little minis, I would never recommend shooting those things. They're a waste of money. If you know about 12 gauges, you want to hold with both hands, because they do kick a little bit. These little minis, you can literally shoot one-handed, and you don't even have to worry about a thing. The reason for them, I have no clue. I just bought them one time to see how they'd work, and I didn't like them one bit. But that's just me. There are those out there that love them, and the reason for the idea or the theory behind them is that you can put more into the magazine. You can put, I think, like 12 of them in there. But in all honesty, I would rather have 5 well chambered rounds or shells, or what I mean is I'd rather have 5 shells that will do what they're supposed to do versus having 12 of these little itty bitty things that aren't gonna work. In all honesty, I think if you shot somebody with one of those, you'd probably just piss them off. I don't think they'd actually do any damage. Of course, that's just me thinking. I don't know. Don't take my word for it, but they're not, for my experience of shooting them, I don't like them. Alright, sorry about that, guys. There's a couple reasons why I wanted to get a shotgun. One of them, I'm sure all of you are aware, is home defense. I've kind of been doing a little bit of research online, and I don't know, I just figured that because where I'm at, the neighborhood, there's houses all around. It's a normal neighborhood, and a couple of the other handguns that I have, I figured that they were a little bit too much of a kick and too much of a punch, and I was always afraid that if there was an intruder that came in, I'd be afraid that I'd hit the target and it would go through them, go through the wall and land somewhere else. And so that's one of the reasons why I got the shotgun. It's just home defense. That way I know where, when I have to shoot for whatever reason, I hope I never have to, but if for some reason it does happen, at least I'll know that the target, it won't go past them and it won't go in the neighbor's house at all. And like I said, I would never want this at all. It's just things are getting kind of crazy, so I figured that it's about time to have something that works a little bit better. But the main reason why I got this also is because when I go out camping, it is bear country. We have grizzly bears, we have black bears, and I figured that the shotgun would be a good thing to use, especially if I use slugs. And then a few of the attachments that I have for it, the reason for them is because of camping. And you know, like I said, it's bear country. I don't want to take the life of a bear, but you know, I'd rather have its life ended than mine. So this is just defense all the way around. And if you do get one of these, you know, like I said, you don't need to modify it at all. It is really nice the way it is. I think it's only like 7 pounds, if I remember correctly. So she works flawlessly. I have no complaints about her. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a series of just the attachments that I'm adding to this, and we'll go from there. If everybody likes it, then I might show off some of my other stuff. If not, then I'll just kind of leave it the way it is with the attachments. So just leave me comments, let me know what you guys think. If you want to see more, if not, please let me know why. Just don't put the dislike button for no reason. Please give me a reason so I can get better at what I'm doing. So y'all take care, and thank you for watching, and I'll get back to you once I start my first modification to the Flex 500 Tactical, brought to you by Mossberg. Again, thank you for watching, and y'all have a nice night. Take care.